pull the striker away from you. There we go. And that'll burn down as opposed to burning up. Yeah, it works. Welcome back to Fire to Fork. We're back out in the bush, finally. So we're at the family farm, and which means I can have a fire because it's legal all year round here, which is awesome. And today we're going to do beef tataki. Beef tataki is one of those meals that not many people make it at home. It's more of an eating out meal, and it is phenomenal. It is truly one of the best things ever. But it does include basically raw beef. So you need to use the best quality beef you can get your hands on. I've got a bit of Jack's Creek 9-score wagyu sirloin here, which is a phenomenal bit of steak. This is way too much. Way too much. This is just the piece I had in the freezer. So I'm going to cut off the amount I actually need, which is probably only about this much. Oh, beer. So good to have the camper back after 6 weeks of not having the Prado, with nothing to tow it. Which I'm going to ditch this jacket. It's quite warm by the fire. In this episode, at some stage before I eat this, there's going to be a code word, and you can win a copy of my cookbook. So comment the code word down below on YouTube, and I'll put you in the draw. Now, if I keep looking behind me, it's just because I've got some rice on the go over there. I didn't want to bore you with that. Now, this is going to cook really fast. So what I want to do is prepare my sauce ahead of time so that it's all ready to go when it's and all fresh. So we want about 10 or 15 ml of lemon juice. As usual, all of the proper ingredients and amounts will be in the video description. And then we want twice as much rice wine vinegar as we have soy sauce. So go 4 of these. And 2 of these. And this is a Ponzu sauce. You can just buy Ponzu sauce if you want, but it's nicer if you make it. And this is a little bit rogue, so I should quickly taste this first. I'm the only one eating it, so I can use my fingers. Oh, it's really good. It's really good. Yeah, that's bang on. Now, so it's quite an acidic sauce. And what I like to do, just to give it a little bit of tang, is I like to get a little bit of shallot. This is not kind of traditional. This is more the kind of thing you do with an onion salsa sort of a thing, which is often included in this. I might just get a little bit of shallot and pickle it in there. Not too fine. You still want a little bit of texture to it. Now, you don't have to use 9-score wagyu, obviously. Look out for some Angus. Jack's Creek Angus is really nice. I've had that before up in Cape York. I got it at a butcher up in Townsville, and I remember just trying it and going, oh my God.
Fuck, that's good.
It's a nice bit of steak.
That's really good.
This is mind-blowing. But, oh, that's, God, I love that stuff. Then I'm also going to, ahead of time, just chop up some green onion or scallion, or spring onion as we say in Australia. I've got some pretty sad looking one from the fridge. By the way, if you ever want to just plant your own, cut that off and throw it in your garden, it'll grow. Yes, I need to put a breadboard, and I need to put a towel under my breadboard because it's moving. Wet it a little bit. That'll keep the internet police happy for one episode before I forget it again next episode. All right, I like to mix the greens and whites together. It's a bit more even, or like just looks a bit nicer. All right, all good. I better check on that rice actually, because I don't want to overdo it. You don't traditionally do this with rice, but oh, I burnt the bottom. Oh, I totally burnt the bottom because I wasn't paying attention. That's all right, I think I can salvage this. The top is still good. The top actually looks perfect. Oh yeah, just one little corner burnt. So you don't usually do this with rice. I just like it as a little side. Because this is usually like an entree. It's not usually a main, but I'm going to have this for dinner. So little carb on the side is always good. Alrighty, let's make that tasty. So, I've got a ripping hot fire over there. Let's go over there and we'll do this. All right, as much heat as you can possibly get on the fire. Direct flame. A hibachi grill or something like that is really good. Lots of charcoal, but in the bush, just hottest part of your fire is great. And we want to cook this till it's just sealed on the outside, and it's going to be essentially raw on the inside, and that is totally fine. That's what this dish is. And the reason that it doesn't matter that it's raw on the inside is because we're going to cook it in that ponzu sauce. It's actually a cold dish. No such thing as too much heat for this. If your meat is ever sticking to the grill, it means you haven't cooked it for long enough, or your fire's not hot enough. Once it's sealed, it should just release from the grill. So if you feel it sticking, leave it. It's not seared yet. This has probably been on for about 90 seconds in total, and we're done. Okay, get our plate. I just want to slice this really thin with a really sharp knife, so you can see that looks perfect in the middle. So you want your steak to be room temperature when you do this. Mine's actually a little bit too cold, but that's okay. It'll still taste amazing. I mean, look at it. It just can't not taste amazing. Now, in a restaurant, they'd throw away, well, not throw away, but they wouldn't put on the plate the end bits, but I'm not a restaurant. Still want to make it look good, though. It's going in my book, so it's got to look decent. Okay, now you pour this sauce over it. Oh, it smells so good. Spring onions on, a little circle. I might even go a little bit of this Tataki seasoning. And I'm definitely going to put some of the rice seasoning on the rice, actually, off to the side. Because I love that. Oh, I'll throw those in there. All right, bit of gratuitous B-roll, and let's taste this thing. Okay, I'm actually going to make myself some chopsticks really quickly because I hate eating Japanese food with a knife and fork. I don't know why. Call me crazy, call me stupid, don't care. Pick a dry stick. People wonder how I break things. I don't. This is not what you're supposed to do with these knives, at all. They actually specifically told me not to do this. Fred, leave the kangaroo alone. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. That's the end piece. I want to try a more rare piece. Never has an expensive bit of steak been put to such good use. Oh my word. It's ridiculous. Make this. Please make it. Please, please, please make it. Oh, all right. That's it for this episode. I'm actually really hungry because that bit of steak was frozen and it's now like 9:30 at night because I only took it out of the freezer at about 6 o'clock and put it by the fire. So I'm really, really hungry, really keen to eat this. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Don't forget to comment the code word. I nearly forgot. Does it go well with beer? I've already eaten most of it. A little bit too acidic. It goes pretty well with beer. I think it'd go well with like a whiskey. Yeah, or a sake. Yeah.